blades. And so you have one shot, one pull to get it down. So you aim for a shot, you throw the collective down to get those blades flat and start collecting energy as quickly as possible. So it's down, right, kick that right rudder in, idle. You got to get the throttle idle. So down, right, idle. You got to do all that at the same time, and then you got to start turning for wherever the hell you're going to crash, right? And then at the last second, you yank that collective up, and it cranks those blades like an air brake, and you just, especially on the skids and the TH57, I had that down so good. You come in, and we'd do it on grass, come in, and just nice little slide to a stop. Your boy knew what he was doing. Your boy knew what he was doing. I loved auto rotating. Once I got the hang of it, it was a lot of fun. But it's chaotic. Chaotic. It all happens so fast. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. And yeah, dude, it couldn't look more like me. Even my hair was kind of like that when it was shorter. And you run a higher. That's interesting. I always keep it kind of right in the middle. Oh, so they're on YOLOs. Gotcha. Nice, nice, nice. Absolutely. Yeah, they're really good. We're in your game, good sir. Or were you in that last one? Were you the one that blew my face off? And look, Huggies, you must be controlling my game. It reset my fuel for me again. God, that is such a bug. What you doing, Booger? You got more stuff in your eye, Bubba. Hold still. Hold still. Let me get it. There you go. I got it. I got it. You're good. That dog, his beard, man, just catches stuff all the time. Are you in this one? Oh, yeah, it had to be that last one. I'm so guilty of that. I guess the more I stream, I should probably start looking at that more often, but I've certainly trained myself to not check for an up tier or a down tier because I just got so sick of just even thinking about it. So I try not to even. That's why I don't look at the only reason I ever look at the leaderboard is just to see how many people might be left. Because, I'm the up tier. Try not to wrap your head around it too much. Now I will say in ground, and up tier or down tier kind of matters because you need to know, you might need to take a different loadout or maybe approach a map differently or something, if a certain vehicle or something like that might be in there. But as far as air is concerned, I mean, once you're kind of established in air RB, you usually can kind of tell what kind of missiles are coming at you, so it either is or it isn't, right? We have no control over it, so I may as well not stress about it. It is what it is. Yeah, that's what I was watching it. I was like, holy cow, man. I was like, could he have nailed it any more? I say, you just have a knack for that, man. You just have a knack for getting the right face in the right spot, putting the right people together. That elevator operator that you did, I've probably seen that 6 or 7 times. I still laugh out loud, man. That is so. Uber and Wookie together are two of the funniest faces doing that stuff. And then you start throwing in YOLO. Oh, God, those guys are so funny. But yeah, amazing work, man. Certainly keep it up. Keep driving those RAM prices up, man. I'm almost convinced that Huggies just is AI at this point. I think you just are AI. That's the fuel config I run, and that's not a bad way to do it, honestly. 12 and 10, I mean, it's essentially the same thing. And most of these battles, I haven't had to go back for fuel in some time, so 20 minutes used to be kind of the way to go, but this plane in particular has pretty good fuel burn. There's too many guys over there. You guys are going to get them all. Let's look over here, buddy. Nobody there. He's right in front of me. We should be able to see him. I guessed wrong which way he was going. No! Alright, there we got it to go over us. No, I didn't. What the heck? That's almost right in that blind spot again. Alright, we're starting to wear down here. We may need to switch it up. I wanted to finish out this last performance mod, but we have been flying this plane for 5.5 hours. That's usually a little more than I typically fly a plane. Oh gosh. Cool. That's cool. I'm gonna have to open that stuff up on my computer though. I can't do it while I'm doing this or the stream will start skipping. God, look at all the people that wanted to check out infantry. Holy cow. Alright, alright. Is there anything, did anybody tune into that stream? Was there anything gripping that came from the infantry stream earlier? Is it still going? I don't even know. But I am kind of curious if they gave any in-depth looks at it, or if they just were talking about it. Did they actually show any of the gameplay? Yeah, oh yeah, the AI thing, yeah. And a lot of times it's just like that battle. It seems to work out. It seems to work out that the tank falls off right when I would have dropped it anyway. It's happened more than once so far today. Ollie, I can't bounce around too much. He's laying on my feet. Oh, thank you for giving me some instructions too, because I think I'm figuring Tangi out. I think I got it figured out. I said I screwed up the dungeon thing. I thought the whole time I'm thinking it's there. I'm like, I wonder why nobody messes with that. But I had it set to bits only. Stupid. Duh. So yeah, I think we're figuring it out now. And it is a bummer that I can't get the overlay to go through the PlayStation. That's kind of a bummer, but it still catches my eye and it still pops off in my ear, so that's good for now. Honestly, if I could see the jump scares right off, they wouldn't scare me as much. It's almost worse that I can't see them straight away, that I hear them first most of the time. Fucking Exorcist. Beep. Sorry. Yes, I just started looking at it. Jeez. Well, see, people, why do they take it so serious? I mean, honest, I do kind of get it, right? If you're younger and you love airplanes and you're just like me, looking for something like this. And of course, if you don't have, a lot of maturity or whatnot to handle a situation like this and you're really competitive, then you're going to start taking stats seriously. I would doesn't really have anything to age doesn't really have anything to do with it, but I've just at this point I know that if I start to care about my stats that I won't enjoy this game as much. And I can promise you the guys that are out there that get really frustrated with this game are probably chasing stats. So don't do that. I swear to you, your stats will be better if you don't pay attention to them and just let them come and just focus on, getting your techniques and things better and not just trying to get, I have to get one more kill in this game. The harder you chase an ace, the harder you try and chase a kill, the more likely you're going to be blindsided by something. So honestly, I've tried to not care about KD at all, and I've ended up with positive KD in quite a few airplanes that I wouldn't have even expected to be positive. So yeah, check it from time to time, see how you're doing, but don't try and play this game by the stats, or any game for that matter, because really you're just going to disappoint yourself. All right, one more to go. And this isn't even going to affect my top speed, but it will a little bit just because we'll be lighter. My goodness. Yeah, that was a good one, dude. And no, it won't be the last time, Hugs, because you're that good at it. And stats are for angry people. And again, not necessarily children. I don't want to say they're all young, but they've definitely either never played a game like this, are new to the game or, new to this type of environment. And that's all they have to chase at this point, is to try and have good stats to brag and just show off. And, I get it. I get it, but, it is bad. Chasing KD does not lead anywhere but disappointment. Because again, these planes were not designed to go into a 16 target environment. Most of these planes can't track more than 4. The top ones can only track like 8 or 9, I mean, they're not meant to be in fights like this. So expecting to not die is asking a lot. Especially at top tier when you're dealing with Fox 3s. These missiles are too good. They're just too good. And I'm going to give Mattman another holler out right now. He had hit that maw on that Griffin must be amazing. And he went 25 games without dying. I almost want to see the replay. Because that shouldn't even be statistically possible. So yeah, that kind of stuff, that's never going to happen, guys. I don't think I've ever gone more than 5 or 6 maybe tops without dying. And I'm sure that was just because I was getting lucky. And again, thank you, Fuzzy. That was a really good one, man. And you got to take breaks from time to time. And yeah, I stopped reading it. I can't read that stuff anymore. That's one of the reasons I put the camera where it is, so it just doesn't come to mind, and I stopped paying attention to it months ago. Every now and then it does still catch my eye, but that's one of the reasons I stayed anonymous for as long as I did. I'm like, God, these guys are assholes. I don't want to get to know any of these people. But then you get to know you guys, and then you're all just fuzzies underneath. That's why I said most of those people that are doing that are probably really new to the game, trying to brag, just picked up a new premium, just try to ignore it. This thing does feel more nimble with lighter fuel. It does. And that's where we are right now. We can't do it anymore, so we'll try and teach as many as we can. There's still a lot of people out there that enjoy flying, thinking about joining up, thinking about getting into flying. And I mean, let's be real, this game is realistic enough to let you know if you enjoy it or not. Well, let me take that back. This thing has all the fun things about flying in it. When we start doing DCS, we'll get into a little more of that, into the weeds of real flying, because let's not joke anybody. Being a pilot is as much of an office job as any corporate job out there. Okay, your cockpit becomes your office. You're in it 8 hours a day on most days, and you're not looking out the window. You're not enjoying the pretty sights. You're head down, checking the maps, working the radars, working the radios, making sure you are where you think you are, and you're going where you're supposed to go, and you're on time, and your fuel's right, and what's the weather doing? I mean, it's a job just like anything else, and it wears on you just like any other job. If not a little more sometimes, as you throw in the whole life or death, and is my aircraft good? You gotta look into the main. There's a lot. There's a lot. But those are the little things again. Exactly. We can't do it anymore, but maybe we can help somebody make an educated decision.